Hello and welcome to Adelux on this new Lutron Homeworks QS tutorial where I will share with you my experience as an independent Lutron programmer. Today, I'd like to show you one of the ways I'm using area scenes and shared scenes to program Homeworks QS systems quickly and efficiently. So without further ado, let's do it. For the past few years, I've been working on large residential projects that are using a large number of daily light fittings. And those projects often end up with a large number of lighting zones for each room, which is great when it comes to set lighting scenes. And as you know, I love setting up lighting scenes, whether on my own or where I'm working with a lighting designer. But on the other hand, programming lighting scenes also means to be efficient while on site and be able to make quick changes while maintaining the integrity of my Lutron Homeworks QS database, as well as troubleshooting the system when required. And to do so, I have not really a trick, but more of a method than I use. It is particularly effective, especially when it comes to quickly program similar keypads in multiple locations that need to control the same group of rooms. First, I'll show you the basic way to do this, which is not really efficient. Then, I'll show you the way I prefer to do it. So, to illustrate this, let me take the example of an area made of adjacent rooms that we need to program. Here, we have a master bedroom suite with a lobby, the master bedroom, a dressing, and the master ensuite or bathroom, which also include a separate shower and toilet. As you can see, for each room I have a large number of lighting circuits, which is great as it gives my client a lot of possibilities with regards of lighting scenes. But this also means that I really need to be very careful when manipulating this large amount of circuits, and hopefully I'm going to show you why. Now, let's say then for each room I have a Lutron keypad with an on, a dim and an off scene. Then, let's say that at certain locations, the keypad not only control the room they're in, but we also want them to be able to trigger those on, dim and off scenes for the entire master bedroom area. So when the client presses on the master suite, dim scene, all rooms will go to their respective dim scene level. And this is what I mean by programming similar keypads in multiple locations that need to control the same group of rooms. First, let me talk about what I'm trying to avoid here by showing you the basic way to program a single room scene and then a general scene. For example, let's take this bedroom dim scene button. If I have a keypad button set to operate a single room scene, I can program this button by adding all the circuits that are in this case in a bedroom one by one at a particular low level as I'm doing here. I can also do the same thing for the dim scene keypad buttons in the lobby, the one in the dressing, the bathroom, the shower and the toilet, as you can see here using their respective lighting circuits. Now, let's go back to the bedroom keypad. So, to program this master suite dim scene button, I could add all the circuits of every room contained in a master suite one by one and set them at the very same light level as I just did in every single room dim scene. So here, let's add the lighting circuits of the bedroom at the same level as the one we've used in the bedroom dim scene. Then, let's do the same thing with the circuit of the lobby, the dressing, and finally, add the lighting circuits of the bathroom, the shower, and the toilet. As you can clearly see, the difficulty here is how can I make sure that I report all those exact lighting levels correctly into this general dim scene? Maybe by writing them down first, which doesn't seem very efficient and can be time consuming. Also, bearing in mind that I have multiple keypad buttons triggering this general dim scene at other locations. But more importantly, what happens if the client or the lighting designer decide to change some of the light levels in this bedroom dim scene at a later date? Then, I will also need to ensure and to report back those new levels manually into all those general dim scene buttons. And with a large number of circuits and multiple keypads, the problem is that I may forget to update correctly some of those general buttons, especially if that modification happens in the future. And for example, I may end up with a general dim scene different from a single room dim scene, as I'm trying to show here. So, for example, if I change the level of those 3 lighting circuits in the bedroom dim scene, we can see that the master suite dim scene remains unchanged. There is no way to link changes from one single room scene to a general scene using this method. This is clearly not efficient, and that makes your programming quite difficult to maintain over time. So this is what I would do instead. Step 1. For each room I will be using their area scene. An area scene is a scene that contains all the lighting circuits for that particular room only. And that area scene can be called and used at various places in my database. By default, each room has 4 scenes and an off scene that are pre-programmed, and you can add some more if you need to. So, for example, in the master bedroom, I'm going to leave scene 1 as it is for the moment and select area scene 2 instead. And if you want to know why, I'll invite you to check my other tutorial by clicking on the card above. This will help to keep the timing on this one under control. Here, as you can see, all my lighting circuits are already assigned, and I'm just going to adjust the lighting levels as required by the client or the lighting designer or by myself, eventually by going live with the system. What I like to do also is to change the name of that scene a bit. I'll show you why later. So here I'm changing it to scene 2 on. Then I select scene 4 for my dim scene, only because it has already all the circuits set to 25%. This is just a personal preference. It doesn't matter if you select scene 3 or if you prefer to add a brand new scene. I then adjust my lighting level for that scene and update the name accordingly. And for the off scene, nothing is really required here, as I need all the circuit to be completely off. And then I'll continue and program all the other area scenes for all the other rooms. I'll do it for the lobby, the dressing, the bathroom, the shower, the toilet, etc, etc. Let's move on to step 2. And for this step, I'm going to use my shared scenes. Shared scenes are scenes that can also be used at various places in your program, but as opposed to area scenes, shared scenes can also include lighting circuits from various different rooms or areas, as well as other elements, including area scenes. Therefore, to control the entire master bedroom area, I will use the shared scenes as my general scenes. So when I select the master suite dim scene, all the rooms will go to their dim level respectively, which is actually the objective of this exercise. So let me show you how I program a shared scene. First, I'll add a shared scene by clicking on the plus button at the bottom of the screen. Then I'm going to change its name to Master Suite On. Next, instead of lighting zone, I'm now going to select lighting areas, which actually refer to my area scenes, and then select the master bedroom area. So here, I can either select each individual nested room that make the master bedroom area one by one, or directly select the master bedroom area and select the scene I need. And in this case, I select scene 2. And as you can see, all the areas that I need have now been automatically added and set to the correct scene. The reason I've changed the name of those area scenes previously helped me to quickly double check that all of them are selected properly. And if you want to know more about why I'm using nested rooms, you can check my previous tutorial by clicking on the link in the comment section below. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the general dim scene and the general off scenes. Not that it matters too much for the general off scenes, but we never know. They can be useful in the future. Now, let's move on to the final step and assign both area scenes and shared scenes to the relevant keypad buttons. Let's take, for example, the Lutron keypad by the door in the master bedroom. So, for the control of the master bedroom only, to program that on scene, I'm simply going to select lighting areas, then look for the master bedroom and select area scene 2 on. That on button will now trigger the master bedroom area scene 2. Then, for the dim scene, I select Master Bedroom Area Scene 4 Dimmed. And for the off scene, Master Bedroom Area Scene Off. Now, for the general scenes, this time I will use the shared scenes. So, for the general master suite on, I'm going to select and tick the Use Shared Scene box. Then, I select the relevant shared scene in a drop-down list, and in this case, Master Suite on. And as you can see, all the relevant area scenes that are making this shared scene have now been added. And because I slightly changed the name of the area scenes a bit earlier, I can quickly check that they are all at the correct setting. Next, I do the same thing for the general master suite dim and for the general master suite off scene. Now, this is the reason why I found this very effective. If at any point in time I need to make any change on any lighting scene, I just need to make that change directly in the relevant area scene. So for example, let's make some changes in a bedroom dim scene that refers to the master bedroom area scene 4. To do so, I just need to go back to the area scene screen, select the master bedroom, then select the area scene 4 and change some of the light levels, like I'm doing here. And this is what is great. Not only all the single room keypad buttons that are using that area scene 4 have now been automatically updated, but also all the relevant share scenes and therefore all the general keypad buttons that are using shared scene, like in this case all the master suite dim button throughout the project, have also been automatically updated. I don't even need to worry about them, even if I have a large number of those general shared scene at multiple places around the house. They will all be updated in one go. By using this method, I can quickly make changes on site and therefore reducing the commissioning time while remaining efficient. We took the example of the master bedroom suite with all the different rooms that it contains, but this method can also be very effective in a family area if you have a lounge, a kitchen, a dining room for example, or even an entire floor if you want to bring all the rooms to their respective and predefined area scene lighting levels. So to conclude, the objective here was to organize my Lutron Homeworks QS database to quickly program lighting scenes, some local and some general, on a project that uses a large number of lighting circuits and Lutron keypads. So this is what we've done. First, in our database, we set the area scenes, and then next, we created shared scenes using those area scenes. Then, to access those scenes, we assign the area scenes to keypad buttons who just need to control the room they're in, and we assign the share scenes to the general buttons on the keypads that need to control the entire area at those predefined levels set in the area scene. And as a result, if a lighting scene needs to be changed, this can be done directly in the relevant area scene, and automatically that scene will be updated throughout the database. By using this method, we've optimized the whole process to allow future changes in a quick and efficient manner. Voila, there you have it. How to improve your Lutron Homeworks QS programming by using area scenes and share scenes. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and if you are using area and share scenes in a different way, please let us know in the comment section below, as well as any question you may have. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can be updated when the next video is released. Good luck and talk to you again on the next tutorial.